Okay, so the iPad Pro 12.9-inch model is amazing. And when you buy it, you're telling yourself, this is what I told myself, you probably have done the same, is it's going to replace your laptop. And when you hold it up next to a MacBook, I mean, the screen size is pretty much the exact same. And so what I found interesting is that no matter how much I tried, because it is iOS, it is always going to be a giant phone screen on a computer. It's never going to be a computer. A computer is not only a keyboard and a screen. A computer has Mac OS, or it has Windows on it. You can't turn an iPad fully into a computer. I will die on that hill, I'm convinced. Now, that being said, you don't always need a computer. And I want to have an iPad so I can consume content and create content. And what I create, what you're watching now, doesn't need sophisticated software. It can be done, it could be done on a phone, to be honest, but I don't want to have to do that. As much as I love my phone, just that ain't happening. So anyways, I sold my 12.9-inch iPad Pro, and third generation, by the way, came out in 2018, so about 6 years old. And I'm in the market for a new iPad, and I'm looking for an 11-inch because I don't need 12.9 inches. I want something smaller, something more portable, because the 12.9-inch iPad, when you hold it, when you pack it in your bag, it's the same size, especially if it has a keyboard case, as a laptop. And so the whole time I'm using it, I just want a laptop. So I'm gonna be getting an 11-inch. Here are the following options that I'm looking at. Number one is the iPad Pro 4th generation M2 chip. You can get it brand new for a pretty good deal right now because the M4 just came out. There's going with the M4, and there's one reason I'm not gonna do that, and I'll tell you in just a second here. Or the last option is going with either an iPad mini or just a much older one. I want to go with the M2 because it can connect, and this is true with the M1 as well, but it can connect to an external monitor, and I can get a Bluetooth trackpad and a Bluetooth keyboard, and I can use it for a desktop experience from time to time. Now, it's an iPad, it's not gonna be a computer, but if I'm editing a video and I wanna use a mouse, that's what I'm gonna do. However, that being said, you can't get that great of an experience on an iPad mini, per se, and an iPad mini refresh rate is trash. You know, I have an iPhone Pro, and the refresh rate is 120 hertz. That's like the standard now. Outside of Apple's ecosystem, it isn't even special. It's pretty amazing how Apple will make you feel like 120 hertz is special. But the 60 refresh rate hertz is like, you know, going from my phone that has a premium experience, 120 hertz, and then going to a tablet that has 60 hertz, it's like getting a steak dinner and then having great value ice cream after. Some people are okay with it, but you know, if you're gonna have a fancy dinner, you're gonna want a fancy dessert. Well, you know, if I'm gonna have a really nice phone experience, I want a really nice tablet experience. And the refresh rate alone really plays into a big deal of that. Okay, so anyways, I'm leaning towards the iPad Pro 11-inch 4th generation, which is the M2 chip. Basically the newest iPad Pro you can get besides the one that just was released, the M4 chip. The reason I am ticked and I don't want to get the M4 iPad Pro is because you have to get a new Apple Pencil for that. How dumb is that? I think it's so dumb that you can't use your old Apple Pencil on the newest iPad. I think you should be able to. I think it's ridiculous that you can't, but Apple knows what they're doing. They want to make more money. Enough said there. So anyways, that's kind of my thought. Really the only reason I want to get the newest iPad Pro is because it has a sweet OLED screen, but let's be honest, we don't really need it. I don't really need it.